Good to be back with you guys again this week. This is the P Series guys, and this week we're going to talk about one of our most common error codes. Charlie, have you ever seen error code 110 come up?
Yes, the 110 is basically what it says, disturbance on the drum drive. So the most common culprit would be that maybe your drum is, when it heats up, metal expands and it starts rubbing with the front of the casting. So when that happens, the overload, the MCP, trips. So if you get a 110, that means there was disturbance, there was resistance encountered, and it is a safety feature for the machine to turn off. So I check the gap, make sure that the gap between the drum and the front plate is 60 thousandths. I understand that the manual says 0.5, but you are quite fine if you do 1.5 millimeter gap, north, south, east, and west. The other thing could be that the motor is starting to pull, because of wear, it's starting to pull a higher amperage. So you got to check that too. So those are the two main ones that you're going to be looking at.
Shall we head out to a machine and check it out on the actual machine?
Absolutely, let's do it.
So we're here in front of the P12 Series 2 Roaster. How do we get to the part where we can actually check the drum gap, Charlie?
Okay, so that's a good question, Ken. We're going to show you here, and there's the top, the bottom, and the sides. For this, the bottom part, you're going to have to take off the flap or the discharge door. Let me use the right terminology. You loosen the set screws here. Loosen the set screws before you do anything else, because if you open it without this being in place, you can shred the dog point, which is going to cause metal shavings in here. So the pin won't come out. After you loosen that, pull the pins out. This comes out, and then the charge hopper. I had it removed so we can show it. So this would be up there. The screws you take off, right?
Like we've got 4 Allen screws here that we had to remove.
Yeah. More. There's all here. This will also give you a good chance to clean this pipe while you have this off. But what we want to do is we want to put, remember, 1.5. So if you don't have a 1.5, what I did is I got a 1 plus half, and then this is 1.5, and you measure the gap. See, there's the gap here, and then when you open it, Ken, if you can hold that for me, there's the gap here, and then the gap here, and the gap here. As long as you have this gap, even if you heat the motor up, even if you heat the drum, and it expands, it won't hit. And that's how you do the checking of the drum. And if you're not sure, and you want to do an adjustment, let's say it's out of adjustment, what you got to do is, these are set screws again, 1, 2, 3. Loosen them, don't take them all the way off, and then you use your wrench, and then you adjust it, righty tighty, lefty loosey. If you turn it in, it'll push the drum back. If you turn it out, it'll pull the drum. So either way, you can get your 1.5.
So if your drum gap is too small, you want to turn it to the right.
So it'll open it. See what I mean? And the other way around, if it's too much, then, because you don't want any beam to go through it. You know what I mean? So that's the first thing you would do. Secondly, let me bring you around. Over, come on this way. So remember, we're talking about the MCPs, motor circuit protectors. To check the drum drive motor back here, obviously you cannot use a multimeter to read the how many amps is pulling, so you will have to come here. It's best if you You use a clamp meter. You know, I mean, you're in control.
An ammeter?
Yeah. Yeah, and then you grab this one and put the clamp here, turn the unit on, and it's gonna tell you how many amps it's pulling. Now, if you don't know or want to make sure what is the maximum that it pulls, this tag right here tells you the maximum that it can pull.
Okay.
So if that's happening, that means the motor, due to the wear, it's starting to pull more than it's supposed to.
Okay, now we're back in the lab, and before we end this video, we're standing in front of one of our new P5 Series 3 roasters. So these are set up a little bit different than the old style P2 Series roasters. Is checking the drum going to be the same on the new P3 Series
Yes,
roasters?
Ken. Yes, the concept is the same, just a newer machine, but it's too early to tell. So
Is the motor configuration the exact same in the back, or is that might show a little differently?
It changes on the newer units. You know, the motor on the Series 2 is horizontal, and on this Series 3 P5 is vertical.
So the concept is the same, but it may look a little different.
That's right.
If you like this video, please hit the like below, and if you have any future ideas for videos, please leave them in the comments section.